Unfortunately, MMA is not always punches, kicks, and grappling between a fighter and his or her opponent. Some events can get pretty extreme and even have a gunman involved too. It's the story of Brazilian fighter Leonardo Barbosa, who competed at the Truly Grand Fighting Championship 11 on February 11th in Afghanistan against hometown favorite Ahmed Wali Hotak. The latter stopped Barbosa with knees and punches during the second round in a controversial ending. You can see in the video that after the knee, the Pitbull Brothers representative clearly overreacted and threw his head just seconds before the Afghani crowds erupted to celebrate their victorious local fighter. Many fans online questioned the action, and on Wednesday, Barbosa took to social media to explain what happened. I've come here to divulge facts that occurred in my last fight. That is not something that the sport preaches. When I arrived in Afghanistan, I was very well received by the organization of the event and also the Afghan people. Everything was fine until the moment I arrived at the gym where the event happened. When I was in the locker room, a supporter arrived and said something that I did not understand and showed me that he was armed. So far so good, because it's common for people to be armed there. The Brazilian fighter continued, when the fight started, the same fan was with two security guards and kept shouting the same thing he said to me in the locker room or something like that, always very angry. He returned to be aggressive between the first and second round because I honestly didn't want to find out how far the anger of the supporter would go as a result of the fight. Leonardo Barbosa then decided to throw the fight and take the loss in order to preserve his life. The fighter also stated that he does not blame the promotion or the Afghanistan people for that, and that they promised him a rematch on neutral soil. Former fighter and MMA analyst Chael Sonnen believes the UFC's top welterweights are all scared of rising prospect Khamzat Chimaev. The UFC welterweight top 5 is currently jam-packed with elite talents like champ Kamaru Usman and top contenders Colby Covington, Gilbert Burns, Leon Edwards, and Jorge Masvidal. Unfortunately, the division's top fighters haven't been particularly active of late, and Sonnen believes that's due in part of the arrival of Chimaev. Sonnen opened up on the situation in the welterweight division on the latest episode of ESPN's Ariel and the Bad Guy Show.
The division is in this stalemate because none of these guys want to fight. They just want to sit around and wait for their turn to get called to fight for the belt. That's not how this works. And if there's one guy out there who can appreciate that, I do believe it's this guy, Chael P. Sonnen. Can you not? You think it's honorable squatting on your spot?
Yes, 170 pounds has been a little bit baffling right now. Get up, get to work, and get busy. I don't understand what all these guys are doing. They all got scared of Chimaev. They don't want to admit that, but they did. Chimaev has removed himself. I mean, it sounds like a time. And in all fairness, Masvidal's hands aren't clean in this either. Masvidal hasn't stepped in there in over a year and has held things up. I mean, look, Errol, squat on your spot. I don't know about that one. But to your point, are you guys fighters or not?
Welterweight champion Kamaru Usman would consider chasing double champ status, but only if Israel Adesanya is no longer part of the middleweight division.
If Izzy were to move up to 205 and stay at 205, does that change it? Could we see a Kamaru double champ situation? Yeah.
Absolutely. If Izzy's willing to move up, well, he is moving up, but if he's willing to just give up that 85 belt and says, yeah, I don't have nothing to do in that division anymore, then absolutely. I would entertain that thought, but on no account right now would I ever entertain, I'm going up to fight Izzy. No, that's just not something that I'm interested in. I've stated over and over and over before, I'd rather two Africans with belts as opposed to one African with two belts. And after March, it's going to be three Africans with four belts. So it's a good time to be an African. Good time.
I guess so.